Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the Grow program. I'm grateful and thankful to have you growing here with me today. So grateful and thankful I can't even get the words out. Got them out anyway. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. How you living? You blessed. Blessed in God. We living in living color because now we see the happening. The happening that is happening for thee. An awakening, an opening, eye-opening experience, understanding that God is within thee. The Spirit of God is within thee to do the right thing. Do the right thing in front of you, kings and queens. See, we have to be the change to change tomorrow. So we got to grow today, day by day, minute by minute, and sometimes second by second. But see, you just got to grasp it, huh? You got to grab a hold. You got to say, wait a minute now. We're going to get through. We're going to make it through. We're going to get through. And then before you know it, the breakthrough. You made it through. God and brought you out. Wow, God, you got me out of that. God is amazing. A miracle worker. But see, we got to be able to manifest and allow the miracle to work through us. We got to be the enablers. See, because you have to be able to enable God. Because see, you can enable some other stuff. You can enable some vices. You can enable some demons. But see, break free of all that. Break free of it and understand that you are here for a God-given purpose. You didn't come in the world with nothing. You are here for a God-given purpose. There's a reason the world was thrown at you, honey. And sometimes the world be thrown at us at a young age and sometimes an old age. Some people go through life, don't go through nothing. But see, they still under oppression because it's just that it don't affect them directly. It affects them indirectly. You never know. See, they may just miss something. May miss something one day. But see, oppression, it don't discriminate. It goes through everyone. It just goes through folks. You just don't know how somebody gonna act this nowadays. You don't. So see now, kings and queens, keepers of the dream, we trying to keep our own dreams alive. So see, as we trying to keep our dreams alive, the one thing that we all trying to do down here is grow. So, love. What we got to do is we got to sow love. See, I was explaining it to my grandson. See, it's some different kind of sows. You got sow where you put some stuff together. You sow some stuff together. You bring it together. And that's what we doing here. We sewing it. S-E-W. We going to sow it, mend it, put it all together. We going to patch up the world with love. That's what it take. You patch it here, patch it there, patch it everywhere. Here, there, and everywhere. E-I-E-I-O. Like old MacDonald had a farm. He had love on that farm. Yes, he did. So, see, it's going to be like old MacDonald's farm. E-I-E-I-O. Sow love, here we grow. That's what we going to do. So, here. So, we got the sow. S-E-W. So, that's it. S-O-W. We got to sow. It's an action word. It's a verb. It means move. It means to do something. It means to act up, act out. But we're going to act out in love. So we're going to sow love. Sow love to grow love. See, he down there. And I think he missing home. He down there starting to cut up now. And so Grandpa telling me some different things he doing. So I got on the telephone with him today and reminded him how we doing things. We got to sow love, grow. And he like, oh, yeah. He all in. He listening, listening on the conversation, what we trying to do. Because when you do bad will follow you. We don't want bad to follow. No, he don't want that. He like the different trips and different things he get to go do. So he like that kind of stuff. So then he going to keep on sowing love. That's what we got to tell folks, honey. But see, the thing of it is, look, you can tell somebody something all day long. And if they don't see you do it, they really ain't going to do it. But if they see you doing it, they see you, sowing love and trying to be the change, being the difference. Because see, that's how you're going to change things around you. See, when you act a certain way, that's going to cause another person to act a certain way. When you see somebody walking up to you smiling, it's going to take a hard, cold soul to not smile back at them. It'll take a hard, cold soul. You just look at somebody, just don't even smile back. Because, see, smiles are contagious. A smile is a beautiful sign of faith. It really is. When you smile, that's a sign of faith, honey. And I love smiling, dancing, singing. I can't sing, but I sing anyway. because I'm going to sing my praises unto the Lord. I got to put my voice in. I got to put mine in too. It just reminded me. It makes me think of him. I think of him a lot. My choir teacher in high school. Because, see, he gave me a chance. He said, yeah, I'm going to give you a chance. I'm going to let you be in the choir. And you sing soprano. And he the one told me, because I thought I was alto. You going to sing soprano. I want you to aim high. So that's what I try to do, when I sing. I try to aim high, but I try not to be too high because I know, it's going to crack up there somewhere. So I have to keep it low, on the low, high. High though, but on the low. I try to get up. I try to inch my way up. If you notice when I'm singing, I try to inch my way up. But see, I know how to, try to stay there, in my lane. I tell you, honey, it's been a journey to grow. I'm telling you, I left home at 19. I was ready to go. I was ready to be on my own. I was just ready to go, really. I can't say anything on home circumstance because, see, I was grown. 18, it's time. I wanted to be grown anyway. I couldn't wait. To get out and be grown. But through high school, the recruiting office was across the street. We all used to go hang out over there. Sometime the group of us go hang out. Then next thing you know, we signed up. And I went home, told my mother that I was thinking about joining the Navy. And next thing I know, she went in and told everybody, where you going? And so that was it. And, that was a time. That was something there. You don't want to hear about that. Do you? No, okay. Well, anyway, when I didn't really want to get on that, but I wanted to tell you this. Somebody asked a question yesterday. Have you ever been interrogated or asked a question? Have the FBI ever asked you a question? Yeah, I remember my first contact with the FBI. And my first contact with the FBI was when I was in Florida after I got out the military. And they came and flashed badges at me, showing, because they've been looking for me. Said my mother didn't know where I was because I did. Once I got out the military, I just dove into work and I just dove in. And so, I lost contact. I just dove into me, and, but I got back in touch with her. And see, I just been on a journey. I really didn't think she wanted to hear from me. So that's why I didn't contact her. And then next thing you know, she had the exploited missing child, people looking for me. And that's when they came down to the job. And so I got in touch with Mama. But the one thing that I've learned in this life, kings and queens, is that we all have to give an account to ourselves. You can try to tell somebody and try to be there and try to love them and they just taking you through and carrying you through, honey. But that's not happiness and joy. You got to break free. You got to be like an airplane you hear up in the sky. That right there. You got to be free to fly, to soar, to grow. You hear that airplane? I hope you can hear it. See, because in this lighthouse, you hear everything. You hear the wind. You hear the wind blowing. You hear the highway of life going. You hear the plane soaring. You hear the birds singing. You hear the people out there mowing. Just the other day, I beat them. They come over here. I had just got done recording. They come over here, hammering, beating, sawing, all up there on the rooftop. See, just anything to disturb the peace. That's what she's doing. But, what I do is I rise to be the better person. Because, see, she never even told me the people was coming. Never even let me, she don't, that's how she do me. She do me like that. But, see, here I am growing for God. And peace be still. See that, you just sometimes just got to let people make a fool of themselves. See, because you don't need to get out there and clown with them. Let them make a fool. See, she know they doing all kind of crazy stuff. I documented the man on the ladder, peeping in the window, looking all in here. He spoke, then when I came to the window, then he started acting like he was trimming a tree. Okay, so now, been here whole almost 2 years. Now all of a sudden, every month, you got to come trim the tree. I'm telling you, there's always something. But see, honey, I rise. I ain't getting ready to let them take my joy away. I ain't getting ready to go there with them today. I ain't. See, the one time that she told me I'm the landlord and I can walk through when I want to, okay, that's true. But let me tell you this. You can walk through when you want to. But what you got to do is give me an appointment, day and time, when you want to walk through. You can. You walk through whenever you feel like. But let me remind you something. You don't own that house you live in. Do the mortgage company call you and tell you they want to walk through because they own it? And see, when I said it, she left me alone, except I saw her when I was sitting out there, in the yard with my kids, sitting out there with my daughter and her husband. And, we talked for a few minutes, but, I'm telling you, see, these people, it's something else that I'm dealing with, and trying to turn some things around, but see, you got to use wisdom, not weapons. Use wit, and the mouth is a weapon also. See, because you can take that mouth, that tongue speaks life and death. You can take that tongue and say some stuff over somebody, and then guess what? When you speak it out over you too. See, because just like I spoke out grow, that means it's time for me to grow. That means it's time for me to rise. I got to break free. I got to break free of these chains that bind me. You one of the chains that's binding me. I had to break free of you. Some got to give. So then he gave me the ultimatum. I need you to turn your back on grow. What? And so he knew he messed up then because he ain't say nothing no more. He turned on his heel and walked out the door. He said another word about it, except now. And I appreciate that. I really do. But it's just to God be the glory. I'm here to lift us. To God be the glory. See, because what we got to do, we got to pull out this narcissism. We got to change our ways. See, if you really are sorry, like you say you sorry, give an account to what you did so that we can help change some other folks. So we can bring this behavior to the awareness. This is how folks are, how folks do people. They go in relationships trying to destroy folks, but don't even realize that God is watching you. It's evil all around. But just as there's evil all around, there's good too, because no matter what, when you tried to destroy me, tried to change, tried to make me act crazy, it didn't work. I still got to be me and the God that is within me. And I understand that God, the Spirit of God is within me to do the right thing. And I'm going to do it, honey. I'm going to do it as I grow. Because see, from a distance, over yonder, right over yonder, you look beyond the equator, look over there. To the right, up, from a distance, God is watching us. That I understand. What justification would there be for me to do the wrong in front of the eyes of God who's watching me? What can I say? What can I do? Nothing. Repent. But see, you're going to keep on going back doing it again? Oh, no. No, we turn to righteousness. See, that's what's happening. We turn to righteousness, honey. I just do the right thing. I don't mess up. Even if I ain't got it, I ain't got it. I just ain't got it. And God don't mean for me to have it. God gonna give me this day my daily bread. See, I ain't got to go chasing paper. Paper come to me. I ain't got to chase paper. Matter of fact, I send paper out. That's what I do. I send it out to help lift other folks. And that's one thing this podcast is going to do one day. I'm telling you, as we grow. This is a giving movement to give to the world. And that's what I plan on doing, is giving to the world, to lift the world, honey, to lift the oppressed, because the world belongs to us all. It does. So there's going to be a lot of giveaways, a lot of different things. Honey, I'm going to be we are here to help one another. Where you see a need, sow a seed. Right there. I'm telling you, that's what I want to do. I want to give you that. Lyric, you want that house there? You want that store? You're going to get in there and you're going to fix it up and you're going to put some people to work. Bam, there you go. It's yours. Just do what you got to do. Pay the taxes. Do you. But do God with you. Don't just do you by yourself. You need God. You got to have God because God is within. You got to understand that. What you do got to realize. Ain't nobody coming back to save us. That's religion. Ain't nobody coming back to save us. That's all in religion. Matter of fact, when he left, he said, I'll leave you the comforter. Did he not? He said, I'll leave you the comforter. The comforter is within. The Spirit of God is within you. It says that in Zechariah 4:6. That's in the New Testament. It says that Zechariah 4:6. Apply that Bible to your life and righteousness. It says that the Spirit of God is within you. Not by might, not by power, but by spirit. Then you got all that. You got everything. Once you got that, once you got the Spirit of God, honey, you got everything. You the one a lot. You know that. You got the world. You got God. You got the word. Don't worry about that. You're going to get it. Keep seeking the kingdom of God and all things shall be added unto you. I know you want it right now. I know you want it today. But see, it ain't made that way. See, because if you get it now today, then that means something else going to get messed up. Because see, it's going to be your will. And down here, it ain't our will. It's God's will. This is God's world, God's kingdom. We here for God. No matter where you at. We here for God. My prayers are to Kenya, Israel, to the discord that's going on in the world. We fighting over elections. We fighting over wars. We got this, that, and the other going on, but ain't no love nowhere around. Where is the love? Where is the love, Israel? Israel, where is the love? We growing in Israel. Kenya, where is the love? Uganda, Nigeria, the motherland, where is the love? See, because you can have it all and still have nothing. Do you have love? Do you have love to give? We all know how to love. Love is what the world needs. Love is what we need to sew the world back together because it's all apart. It's just a great big ball of confusion. It really is. That's what the world is today. It really is. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you look, it's division, discord, backstabbing, backbiting, fighting, scrapping. I'm telling you, naysaying. Just so much it make your head spin. Just saying all that made my head spin. I'm sitting there, I don't even know what to say next. Because I got all that out. And I'm trying to get over that. But see what we got to do to get over it, we got to grow. See, you sit up and focus on it. Hurry up, turn TV so you see some of it. Turn that off, honey. You don't need that electric boob tube putting those ideas in your head. See, I know. I'm telling you. Honey, I was studying. But see, if she'd have done it this way, I was sitting there thinking, man, if she'd have done such, and he clowning too, man, if she'd have, well, what about if she did? See, and then there it is, whoop, there it is. I done something. Bam, went upside his head when he sleep. Because that's the only time I could have came up on that demon. So look. We can't do that. We got to sow, love, grow. We got to rise up. We got to grow over it. We got to zip it up, zip it up, zip it up. Honey, I know. But let me tell you what the queen told me. That beautiful queen, Miss Gloria. She gone on to glory. Miss Gloria told me, honey, sometimes you just got to know when to be quiet. He doing this and doing that. He coming at me like this. He coming at me like that. Saying something. Sometimes if I just be quiet, it takes two. It takes two. Because one ain't going to act a fool by herself or herself. In this case, he is. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. All over the world. Uzbekistan. Keep growing, Uzbekistan. Keep growing, the Netherlands. I'm winking at you, Germany. I see you growing in God. United States of America. That's what we aiming for. United States of America. They united because they united on the map. but the United States of America. We even united with Alaska and Hawaii, who off there in the ocean. United States of America. That's what we are. And with love, that's what we really are aiming to be. United. United, like united me with the motherland and united me back in America, this land. United. That's how we gonna be. United in God. United in greatness. Rising. God bless you as you grow to greatness daily. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom in all the lands, in every land. I'm praying over this world. I'm praying, I'm sowing, I'm growing, I'm rising and making a difference. As I make a difference every day, God makes a difference in my life. God looks out for me. God gives me this day my daily bread as I work daily for God. Sow into good, and good shall follow. God is good. Sow love in every neighborhood. God is love. Never forget that. The backbone of all religion is love. God is love. Let's rise to greatness. God bless you as you grow.